very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Snap it at 1. Now Wilson. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now it's 2nd and 9. This time, Wilson will throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on 1 throw.
Now an end around his Cousins will just pop this forward. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. At the 30-yard line. Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down Vikings. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 44, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangwu. And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the and 10. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Back to Nwangu again on first down. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On the give is Nwangu. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Gotw Nwangu, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. At their own 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 29, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a first down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the 9th receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board. 83 catches for 1,300 yards last year.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Patterson. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Gotw Nwangu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
What's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. At the 22-yard line. Now Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 1st and 10, Cousins. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now a give running left is Nwangu. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Gotw now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Now it's Wilson. And his pass incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll go down at the 28. Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second down and 5.
They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. They'll find Ballore out of the backfield.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Vikings 4-yard line.
He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson sliding out of the pocket, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
Vikings 7.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Gotw now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
After the 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
On 1st down, they'll run with Gotw. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Joseph now to have the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Wilson going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gotw now out of his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Jamal Adams coming up from a safety spot to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Another run now for Nwangu. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
What,
it's football. Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing is Wilson. The try. Touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14.
Seahawks 28, Vikings 14.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Gotw now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Cousins now. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. To throw is Cousins. Flushed out right. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return will stop right around the 25. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Penny, a first down carry. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. For Chris Carson, I mean, he is a powerfully built back, and using that size and strength there to good advantage as he shakes free of a would-be tackler. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Vikings 14.